before I start. All right, all right. So we can. The session is being recorded. I think you can. Are you sharing the screen? Can you stop sharing your screen? Neka, can you stop sharing the screen? Are you sharing the screen currently?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I think some other person is sharing the screen. All right, so let's continue. Okay, so now, like as I was saying earlier, this session is going to be covering cybersecurity, the fundamentals of cybersecurity, the tools and softwares that are required for you to excel in this field. All right, so basically, this is going to be a 3 months training. All right, beginning from the 8th of July 2025, and it's going to span July, August, and September. Okay, so cybersecurity, of course, is a very broad field. So we're going to be covering, um, we're going to be touching up all the fields: ethical hacking, governance and compliance, and so on and so forth. All right, so if you wish to narrow down, all right, to specialize, all right, you can go further to do that. So I'm going to leave the instructor to begin the session. So we will not have much time to waste. Okay, so now I've also prepared the curriculums. The curriculums are available, and I believe I've shared it on the group. I don't know if every person has seen that, but after the class, I'm going to share it again. So there's a curriculum that we're going to be following in the course of the 3 months training. Okay, so you go through the curriculum and find out what we are going to be covering in the course of the in the course of the 3 months training. And I believe other details are also known by us all, such as the timings and the days. The cybersecurity trainings are mostly going to be held on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, beginning from the 8th of July. And the time is 6 p.m. I think so, 6 p.m. All right, Mr. Moses, am I correct? The time is 6 p.m. right um
Let's
for the main training.
let's make it 7.
All right, so we are going to communicate the time in the group as well. Okay, 7 p.m. Now,
Hello.
remember, 7 p.m. is going to be Nigerian time, and 6 p.m. is going to be the Ghanaian time. All right, so I believe in this session, there are people from Nigeria and people from Ghana as well. Okay, so over to you, Mr. Moses. So Mr. Moses is going to be our instructor throughout the sessions and throughout the training. Okay, so he's going to be in charge of this session right now. So he's going to be telling us about his background as a cybersecurity specialist, and he's going to be telling us about what he has been able to achieve and what we will be able to achieve as well in the course and at the end of the 3 months training. So if you have any questions while the session is going on, you can simply ask it by omitting your mic
I
or using the
understand.
chat box, and it's going to be attended to as soon as possible. So if you have not unmuted your mic, please can you unmute? Can you mute your mic rather, so we don't have to deal with noises at the background? So Mr. Moses, over to you.
Michael, mute. Michael, can you please mute? Hello. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, guys.
Sir, you are audible.
Hello.
You are audible. You are audible.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
We can hear you. We are hearing
Hello.
you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Muna jin ka,
Mr.
muna jin ka, ka
Moses,
ci gaba da magana.
Mr. Moses,
Yes.
they can hear you very
Hello.
well. Can you just continue?
Network. Hello.
I think your network
Can
is
you hear
very
me now?
bad. We can hear you very well.
Okay.
I
Can you hear
think
me now? Yes, I
from
can
your
hear you now.
end,
Can you
we
hear
can
me?
hear you. Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Good evening. Moses. Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? I'm trying to
I can hear you.
change my location. Can you hear me clearly now?
We can
No,
hear you clearly.
I can hear you.
No, it's not that clear.
They can hear you very well, please.
Position.
What's going on?
I work with several organizations, including IBDC and their IT specialists. And with my year of experience in this field, I'm able to tutor you into cybersecurity. Now, before we continue, before we pay
We are not hearing you clearly. No, network is bad.
for
Network
you
is
to
bad.
know what we are
Please
going
position
to
yourself
what we
well.
are about to do.
Please, we can't hear you.
Cybersecurity experts,
You are breaking. Please, you can check your network.
my organization explain in IT.
Network is
So,
terrible.
We are not hearing you.
okay. What's that now?
I think it's your network.
No, I'm trying to change my network soon.
Can you send him direct message so that he can correct his voice because we cannot hear him?
Change my location. Hold on, sir. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
we can hear you now.
Okay, I've changed my location and I've changed my network. Sorry for that. Please, can you all mute by now?
All right.
So, good evening, guys. As I've said earlier on, my name is Moses Uluwashola. I work with IT firms, including IBDC as their IT specialist. Also, I work with Pegon Academy as one of their staff and one of the experts working with me. So, in a nutshell, based on my own experience in this field, over 15 years experience in IT, I've been able to gather some information which I know it will be rightful use for you in this crash course of this cybersecurity. So in a nutshell, I'm sharing my screen to start with what we have for this evening. Yeah. Hope you can see my screen. Hope you can see my screen. Please, you can just indicate. Yeah.
No, we are not seeing your screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, the screen is
What
visible.
is cyber?
So if
No,
you cannot
sir.
see the screen, I suppose
Yes,
we
yes,
can.
yes, we can see.
All
It's
right,
from
that's perfect.
Uh, over
so
here,
so
I
what
can't
is
see a screen. I
cyber
don't know what the
security?
problem.
Cyber security is the practice of protecting computers, servers, mobile device, network, and data from digital attack. So I'm talking about cyber security. Talking about securing anything that has to do with security online. Security online. Cyber world also what? Online. Anything that has to do with what? Security online. Now, before we move on to what we call cyber security, I want to talk about what we call security. Now, take for example, you can build a house, a
Deborah,
gigantic house,
can you
a
mute?
building. Please, I want to pay attention. And please, if you want to talk, either you send a message as a chat or signify that you want to talk. So I want us to be on the same page for us to learn and be acquainted with what we are here for this evening. So as I've said, cybersecurity is the practice of protecting computers, servers, mobile devices, network, and data from digital attack. So what I've said earlier on, I'm talking about security as a whole. Now, it takes a builder to build a house, like constructing, building a house, but it now take the owner of that house to have a security to guide it. So likewise, online, it takes someone to build a website and it takes someone to do what? To guide it. So it's good to build, but it's better to guide. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. It's good to build, but it's better to guide. So now, based on what I've said so far, these attacks are often aimed at what? Stealing sensitive data, gaining unauthorized access, disrupting business operations, damaging system or reputation. So with this now, with what is trending now, everybody knows that day by day there's an attack. As of last week, we have over 100 million 100 million attacks across the globe, which has been done by these unethical hackers.
You guys been
So
here.
now, who is that? Please, if you have anything to say, just signify by or send, just chat me up, just raise your hand up, and we attend to it as soon as possible. So as I said, as of last week, we have over 100 million attacks across the world that affected passwords. Now, we now need someone to guide against it, which we are here for now as a cybersecurity experts. So why is cybersecurity important? As I've said earlier on, it's good to build a house, but it's better to do what? To guide it. So now, why is it important to us now? Every individual and organization relying on what? Technology. Without cybersecurity, your personal data, password, bank details can be stolen. Let me recap. Without cybersecurity, your personal data, such as what? Password, bank details can be stolen. Businesses can be attacked by what? Hackers, causing millions in losses. Government can face espionage or cyber warfare. So now, with what I've said here, cybersecurity is important in the area of technology. As technology is advancing, as people are building websites, so we also need people to do what? To safeguard our website. Like Facebook now, Mental AI, all these companies, they have standby cybersecurity officer that work 24 hours. Just take for example, let's say Facebook down for a whole day. Do you think it will be easier for those that are using it for businesses? So in that area, you see that the owner of Facebook will be finding a means of guiding it and not allow any loss of data in that aspect. Likewise, our bank details. Let's say now we lost our account details to unethical hackers or to someone that taking away all our money. How will it be? You still have interest in saving to that bank? No. So banks of nowadays now, they cannot joke with cybersecurity officers. They cannot joke. So now for you to see how important cybersecurity is now, they cannot joke with it in this era of technology. Businesses can be attacked by hackers. This can cause a loss, which I've said earlier on. And also say governments, every government of each nation, pay more attention in this area. So now, what are the common threats we normally have in cybersecurity? We have threats with their description. From hackers, people who try to access or damage system without permission. Basically, we have types of hackers. We have white hackers, we have black hackers, we have gray hackers. Like me now, I'm white hackers. White hackers are those that stand at the door, that guide against unethical hackers. So now, black hackers are those that try to access or damage your system without your permission. Then we also have what we call gray hacker. Gray hackers are in between the black hackers and white hackers. Like me now, I can work as gray hackers, whereas I can defend the company I'm working with, also attack the company I'm working with in order to see the vulnerability from the company I'm working with. So that's why the gray hacker works. You can attack, you can defend as a gray hacker. But black hacker is always meant for what? Destroying without permission. Hacking is good, but permission, without permission, is what you have to go into. As an ethical hacker, you have permission to every organization, information you want to work on. For unethical hackers, they are the one that does not ask for permission to have access to your system, server, or your infrastructures. So the other threat we normally have is malware. Malware stands for malicious software like viruses, worms, trojans, and ransomware. So all these types of infection we normally have are examples of threats that give issues to our organization, in which we need someone to help us to fix it. We also have what we call phishing. Now, some of us normally open to some mail, which you don't even know the originator of that mail. Some mail can be sent to you, which can be used to get some information from your system without your notice. Now you can send a message to your mail, say, you won $1 million. Click to do this, click to accept. Sometimes you can send something like game, that click on this game to win 1 million, to win 2 million, to win this. This type of email is called phishing. So what is the purpose of that phishing is to extract some information from your what? From your server, your website, or your system. Trickly, they will send that link, and by you clicking it, they will working underground. They will take backdoor to have access to your to your system. Unfortunately, they can extract awesome important information you have on your system. Please mute your mic, please. Please mute your mic. So as I've said, fake emails or websites that trick users into giving away information. These are examples of threats we have in cyber security. Please mute your mic for us to be on the same page. If you want to talk, take permission. Hope you are getting me, please. So now, We also have what we call DDoS. DDoS stands for distributed of system. Now, this one is overloading of a system to crash it. However, they will send some information to your system. However, in the process of loading, they are using backdoor to have access to your information. We also have what we call social engineering. This process of tricking people into giving access, but not hacking the system, but the human. So how do we use that? From that, they will just find a means of sending some information to you in order to retrieve some specific information that you have on your system or on your phone. In the nutshell, I'll quickly explain some details. Bye-bye. I want us to do some practical related to what I've said so far on this thread. Bye-bye. You see it live, how it works, how you do it, how you can manipulate, how you do such of things to gain information from people. But as I've told you earlier on, we have ways you can take. Once you take permission, that's what we call ethical hacking. But if you don't take permission, that's what we call unethical hacking, which is what? Black hackers. So what are the core areas of cybersecurity? Cybersecurity, as of today now, has a lot of fields in which you can develop yourself in, ranging from network security, which can be used to protect computer network from intruders. So what are the tools used in this network security? We use firewall, intrusion detection system, and what? End mapping, Wireshark, and the likes. So that's what we call web application security. In this area, you secure website and online apps. Let's say you are working as a programmer and you now study cybersecurity in addition to it. You can be charged to be securing the website and all the online app by using SQL injection or SSL. I'm going to explain all these things in details when we get to the area where we're about to use it. So what's what we call endpoint security. This one can be used to secure our what? Laptops, desktop, and smartphone. So here, number 4, ethical hacking. So this area is one of the main areas that holds cybersecurity, which is called penetrating testing. This area, we have 2 sides of hacking. We have legal hacking and illegal hacking. As I've said earlier on, if you give me permission to have access to your system, that's what we call ethical hacking. But if I get into your system without your permission, that's what we call unethical hacking, which referred to as black hackers. They are the one that they used to cover their face, that they don't want people to see their face. But like me now, you can see my face because I don't have anything that can make people to be hiding from anybody. Because what I do is legal. So those that only do illegal stuff, they're not actually covering their faces because they don't want to be seen. So now, ethical hacking, which is referred to as penetrating testing, they are legally hacking system to fix and find weaknesses before criminals do. I said something earlier on. I said something about you can attack, you can also defend. So, as a cybersecurity officer studying ethical hacking or being in the field of ethical hacking, you yourself, you are an hacker. You can defend, you can also do an attack. So in this area, you can quickly check some vulnerability you have on that system or server you are working on before attacker or unethical hacker get into it. So that we call ethical hacking, which you can bypass for penetrating testing. So also on this field, we also have what information security. This area, use this one to do what? Protecting data, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So we also have what we call cloud security. This one secured data and apps hosted on cloud platform. As of today now, most of the organizations are putting their resources online on cloud for safety as a backup. And as they are putting that, they need someone to do or to secure it from unauthorized access. So now this area is where cybersecurity officer fit in. So in moving forward, what are the basic cybersecurity practice for everyone? Now, before you can secure that, you yourself must be able to do what? To secure yourself first. Please pay attention to what I'm saying. Before, as a security, that means you must ask something to guide yourself before you say you want to guide someone. As an officer, you must do what? Guide yourself before guiding others. So I'm going to quickly chip into something that we can do to safeguard ourselves from unauthorized access to our mail and to some of our devices. So what are the areas you normally do? Use strong, unique password and change them regularly. Change them what? Regularly. It can be every month, it can be every 2 months. Because now, as of today now, we have a lot of tools that can be used to be randomly check passwords online. But as you are changing it often and often, it will be difficult for an attacker to attack your system. Whether you like it or not, hackers will attack. Whether you like it or not, they will be finding means of having access to your system in your dubious way. But you that stand at the gate, you are not that we say no. You not allow the what? Attackers to have access to your system. So by doing this, we enable two-factor authentication. We don't normally do with our what? WhatsApp, Facebook, whereby we use along with our phone number as a second authentication. You know truly if you are the owner of that and login details. We keep our system and software up to date. Some area whereby attackers or hackers normally have access to our system is via outdated softwares normally have. So as a cybersecurity officer, you must be able to do what? First of all, safeguard yourself. Make sure you are updating all the softwares you have on your system. And also, be conscious of suspicious links. If you don't know the genesis, the originator of any link sent to you, that's a site that can use to get the full information or the originator of a particular website. During the course of this thing, if time permits us, I will show you to you. We can see. For you to know genuine sites or the sites that are not what? Genuine. So regularly back up your data. Regularly back up your what? Your data. And lastly, install antivirus / firewall protection. So final thoughts before we move on to what we have details for this evening. Cybersecurity is not just a technical issue. It is what? A personal responsibility. Cybersecurity is not just a technical issue. It's a personal responsibility. In digital world of today, every student, professionals, and organization must play a role in protecting information and system. So now, these are the steps of what we're about to do this evening. I hope you are following me. So this evening, based on what I have for you this evening, our objective is to understand what cybersecurity is, then the common threats and the key domains, which I've explained somewhere earlier. So now, I want us to quickly do a practice now, based on our phones, Please, if you have your phone with you there, or you have with your system, I want you to quickly look into what I've said here, what I've put on here. I said on your phone or PC, go to settings. Please, these three things, you have to make sure you adhere with it, and you are making sure it's what they are enabled while you are working as a cybersecurity officer. What do you need to check? Check your firewall. Firewall is just like you're having a fence. A fence. It protects what you have inside, and it's stand at the gate for the unsolicited message that you don't want from outsiders. Yeah, antivirus. I know we are familiar with what we call antivirus. Antivirus normally used to scan for virus we have on our system, and we should always make sure our information, our software we have on our system is they are what up to date. So based on what I've said so far, as the types of cyber threat we have, hackers, people who try to break into the system either for good or for bad reason. I've told you, hacker is not, they'll say, I'm an hacker, I'm an hacker. We have types of hacker, which I've said earlier on. We have those who for good, and we have those who for what? For bad reasons. The malware, these are software designed to harm or spy on our system. The phishing, which I've said, is what? Sending fake email or link used to trick users into giving up personal information. So if you have time, because I have a lot of practice here, we that want us to practice. If time permits us, let me quickly move on to what we have for this evening, to the practical aspect. So now, in cybersecurity domain, these are the domains we have in cybersecurity, the homes we have in cybersecurity: network security, web security, and ethical hacking. So these are the tools we are going to use this evening: end mapping, NICTO, guidelines, and the last. I will explain everything to us vividly. So now, the main tools of software that normally used as an ethical hacker or cybersecurity officer, well known throughout the whole world, is called Kali Linux. Now, Kali Linux is just like an application, not an application, can say OS, which can reside on another OS like Windows, Linux operating system, and Macintosh. But it was basically designed for what? Networking and hacking. Please, I hope you get what I'm trying to say. It was basically designed for what? Networking and hacking stuff. Now, let me quickly explain what I mean by software. Let me quickly go into software. Basically, we have two types of software. We have system software and application software. System softwares are softwares that comes along with what? Manufacturers, which you cannot alter it, you cannot change it. And if you try to edit it, it will affect the whole system. Now, how does system software work? Immediately you open your phone, let's try from the phone. Immediately you open your phone, as you press your power on button, system software is that first software that is booting up your system, that enable you to have access to all the installed software you have on your phone. If there's an issue with it, you will not be able to have access to all of them. So now, without wasting much of our time, I want us to quickly go into the practice of what I've aforementioned here. So now, what I'm going to use this evening, I'm going to use what we call Kali Linux. Hope you are with me. Hello, are you with me? Please, any response? Are you with me, please? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We are with you.
Sorry, I have a question. Someone says screenshots are better. Please, what do you mean by screenshots are better? Please don't worry. After the class, if possible, I can share this note with you. And aside that, there's a recording of this class. After the class, you can have it. Okay, with me, please. Please mute your mic, please. Don't send a message. I will relate to it. Don't worry. Someone said PDF. After the class, everything will be given to you. Please, that person should mute his mic, please. Who is that?
And these tweets are highly addictive.
Who is that? That person should mute his mic.
Now 20 years sober. Congratulations.
Hello. Who is that, please? Okay, someone said I should drop the document cannot be dropped at this chat box. It can only be sent to you because this is chat box. This is not app like WhatsApp. Mr. Kevin, please. Cannot just drop it here, but don't worry. The information will be given to you. The handout will be given to you after the class along with the video. Yeah, so let's proceed. So now, before we start, I want to quickly check into our system. Please, I need a volunteer that can volunteer his own system. That's what I need. I need a permission now. Please, can someone volunteer access his own system from here? Anybody? A volunteer. Hello, can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we logged into this class through our phones, so I don't think it's possible for me to share my system.
Okay, no problem. So now I want to quickly do something now.
Okay, I logged in with your laptop anyway.
Log into your laptop. Okay. Move on to your. Please, can you now? I'm taking permission from you. This is what I want to do now. Is what we call ethical hacking, not unethical hacking. Now, can you give us access to your system?
What type of access?
Okay, thank you. Now you are not having things on your side.
It will go back to normal for the exercise.
So what I want us to do now is this. I will tell you what to do. Then you give me one information. Then we use your practice discipline. It's not unethical, it's ethical. I just want to show you how to have access to our IP address. Then what we normally use to our IP address. That's what I mean. So from your system now, from the search box, type CMD or command. Can you do that now? Can you share your screen? So I can use that to explain. So you're with your system. I just want you to explain. That's what I say. I just want you to explain to the class for them to be seeing it the way you are. So I want to extract. Well, I want you to give out.
You want me to share my screen?
Yes. Can you do that?
I think I can.
Okay. Yeah. I want to stop my own sharing now.
You need to stop sharing. I said you need to stop sharing.
I have stopped sharing now.
So I should share mine now?
Yes, share your screen. So I'm using that to explain. I want everybody to be on the same page. So I want you to see.
So should I share entire screen? I have a share Chrome tab, Windows, entire screen.
You see, you see, beside video, you see share screen. Just click on share screen. I will explain what to be. I will tell you what to be doing from my side here. Just share your screen. I will tell you what to do.
I've shared it now.
Okay. So now, from this search box, type CMD. Search box down here. Type CMD. Type CMD. Okay. Okay. Click on command prompt. Yeah. So. Okay. I hope you can all see our screen. Hello.
Yes.
I want to see our screen.
Yes, sir.
So I want to type IP.
Yes, we can.
I have a question.
Okay.
Can we also be following with our laptops this side?
And you can be following. If you have a system with you, you can be following her.
Okay.
You have a system with you can be following her with what she is doing.
Okay.
So what we have here, type IP config, IP config.
Any space? Any space?
No, without space.
IP config.
Yeah, IFG and G //
Slash.
all.
Oh.
Yeah, enter. Okay. So I want to explain this. Yes, please scroll up to the. I want to show you. I want to be able to see from the onset. Scroll up, please.
Pardon me, is that command ipconfig stroke?
Yes, /1. I want able to see it. You can see it. I want able to see. And you all see it now. ipconfig. Let me type it at the. I'll type it at the chat box. I'm typing already to the chat box now. Check the. You can check the. Check it at the chat box now. ipconfig/all. So now, can you see it now? So now, with your system now, you have the name of the host of your system is Robert Neely, right? So now, Robert 9.
Robert 9, yeah.
So now, I want to check from this place now, from what we have here now. If I have access to your IP address, if to say you are having something online you are working on, from my end here, I can check some of the information from your side. Scroll down now. I want to quickly go to something that I want to check. Wait a little bit. Okay. I want us to go to wireless. Okay. Wireless physical address. Okay. Yeah. Down.
Can you share, please, the screen? Okay. Yeah.
I want to
I can see now the screen.
What are you saying? So now, what do you normally use that command for? As a cybersecurity expert or ethical hackers. Now, if you want to get access to system, the information of any system on the server. Let's say now a system is connected to my system, or maybe we are working in the same organization. Like as I've said, I work as IT specialist at IBDC, and we have over 1,000 computers across our franchises. All we have our franchises, we have it in your state, Ogun State, Ondo State, in Nigeria. We have in almost 7 states. We control it from the server. I can control all the system away from the server. So what do I need? I need 2 things. I know I need what we call any desk. I'm typing that to any desk. So I've typed down to do it. So what's the first one, that any desk? If she install this any desk to her system now, from my end here, I can be operating her system. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say now. If she
Excuse me, please.
any desk to her system, and she just give me the permission, that's a way I can root into our system without giving her permission. But if she give me permission, everything on our system, I can operate it at my end here. So that's what.
Hello,
Sorry,
can I ask a question? I have a question. Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
I have a question too.
I have a question. Are you there?
Okay, Mr. Nnamdi, I think you can
Yeah.
go on to ask.
Okay. So the question I have is, you said any desk. Is it the same thing as remote desktop?
Hello.
What I asked, you said there's a software called AnyDesk. With that software, you can have access to other remote systems. That AnyDesk is it the same as remote desktop?
Hello. Yes.
Can you hear
access.
me?
That we call remote access. Yes, I can hear.
So I mean, And Windows have their own software called remote desktop on all Windows systems. Is it the same thing you're talking about now?
I'm talking about, but with this any desk now, even if your system is non-Windows system, if it is, because there's some software that is not interconnectivity.
Okay.
That cannot work with other OS. And
Okay.
like Mac OS, but without any desk, any desk can work with all.
Okay. Very clear.
So now,
Very clear.
by giving permission, I can access a system from my ear. Everything on our system, I can access it here. So now, we're talking about domain. Domain is just a home. Let's say now she is working with me in the same company. Only what I need from my system is this IP address. With that, I can have access to some of our information that needed to be connected to the network, and one that I don't want her to be connected to on the server. So now, please scroll down. I want us to make use of something now. Okay, yeah.
Hello, please. How can I get to the charts?
Look at the right side of this thing. You see something like message.
Yes, I'm clicking it, but it's not coming up.
It's from your side.
Okay, because I logged in with
somebody asked a question. It's here, I should shed more light on any desk. Any desk is just like a software that can remotely use to have access to the connected system. Can you get that? Any desk is just like remote software that can use to have access to another person you have together on the same domain. Mr. Okonko, I hope you are clear with me. Mr. Mohammed, raise your hand. I'm with you, Mr. Mohammed.
I'm clear what you just said now. I'm clear. Thank you.
So now I want to look into, can the NDS be used on a MacBook laptop? Yes. Somebody asked a question. Can NDS be used on MacBook? Yes. As I've said, you can use it on any operating system. You can let's quickly Google it now and see. You can Google it and see. It works across all the platforms. So let's proceed because of our time. So now I want to work on this particular server now. Let me now check into our Solar, please. I want to check something okay, wait. 192. So now look at where we have IP4 address now. Is everybody look at it? Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm coming 19. And just wait and just make a mouse there. 192. So that is the IP address having for this system is 192.168.180.1.10. So now I want to make use of this. IP address. Please, everybody pay attention to what I want to do now. Please stop sharing your screen and let me quickly explain what I want to do here. Okay. So now you can see I've gotten something on our system which I want to navigate on now. So let me quickly do something. So I'm launching to my So as I've said, we have some tools that I normally use for operation. As I've said, Kailanos is the main tools, and these two comprise of over 300 softwares tools that cybersecurity officers use to manipulate any information that has to do with what? With our network, with our system. It's booting up. So now I want to quickly log. So it's booting up. I hope you can see my screen. It's booting up. Because of the crash course, I will quickly explain this. You can get more information about Kailanos on internet. Mr. Mohammed, he said, can you get this video shared in email or WhatsApp? Yes, after the class. So it's loading. So let's just, I want us to see practical work of what I'm explaining now. So now I've gotten an IP address now. I want to do something with our IP address. And everybody will see. Most of the information she has on her system from her end here, I can even go further to get some information from her system. So now it's booting up. Hello, Mama Odiesho. Any question?
Yeah, I have a concern. The IP address you just copied from the latest machine. The last 3 digit is not 1.1 10 is 0.110. I think that's where the problem is. So I don't know whether you can take a look at it.
I don't understand. Okay, I'm coming. I will check. You said the IP address I copy. Let me check the. This is how it
The
is
last
now.
3 digit.
192.168.180.1.10.
No, it's .110. Yeah.
.110. Hello, what's her name? Are you there?
Yeah, it's .110.
Okay, not .1.10. Okay.
.110.
Thank you. Okay. I will do the correction here. Okay. So now it's coming up. So now look at this left box that I tick now. I hope you can all see my screen. Everything that has to do with cybersecurity, these are all we need to use. From this now, we have over 300 tools that can be used as a cybersecurity officer to do anything that has to do with your system. Yes, Mr. Asoway is asking a question. Don't worry, after the class, the video will be sent to you all. The recording video will be sent to you all. This is a crash course, it will be sent to you all. After the class, I'm going to have. So now, I'm talking about cybersecurity. As I've said, this particular software comprises of over 300 tools that can be used for anything that has to do with what? Cybersecurity titles like network, of I've said. So now, let me quickly work on information gathering. Now, as I've said, I want to use something on this system now. Let me quickly go into it because of our time, but I have a lot of things to cover for this. So, ZenMap. So, what is ZenMap? ZenMap is one of the tools that I normally use to capture open ports on our system. So, let me quickly put in this. Look at me now, 192. I will still show you the .168.180.110. So now, looking to this now, I just want to do something now. Please, I want to look into. I want to just scan. Think scan.
This is not very. It's not very clear. It's not clear.
Let me
May you
brighten
zoom
my.
the preview, please?
Okay. Let me share the other screen. Let me stop this. I'm already in another platform of the screen. Sorry, this is not the one I'm supposed to share. Okay. Okay, sure. Okay. I'm trying to share the present one I'm working on.
I think you can stop. Okay, okay.
Sorry, this is not the one I'm sharing. Okay. Okay, I've seen it. That's come up. Yeah. Can you all see the screen now? Can you all see the screen now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's better.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, in the screen.
So let me start all over. So now let me start from yes. I just want to let me cancel it. So now, as I've said, let me close everything to start. So immediately I launch into this place. Let me start. Let me shut it down and start. For you to see, I want to power it off and see. For you to see how it works. So I want to start from the beginning again. So as I click on start, I want to see it, the way to log in and to pop it up. So it's coming up now. You have to log in. In the process of installing this Kali Linux, there's a password, there's a login details you need to put before you start working on it. That's what I'm trying to load now. So for you to see. So it's coming up now. So let me now share it. Okay, can you see it now? So this is process of putting it up. So now this Kali Linux, it resides on a particular software that's called VirtualBox. So what's the function of this VirtualBox? Can you hear me?
We can see it. We can see it.
Okay, so it's loading up now. I want you to load it where you can. I will type my login details. From there, you see how it works. So now, this is a particular software that resides on Windows OS. It can stand on its own, like on Linux, as you have it. But now, I put it on Windows. It's loading, so it's coming up now. Cybersecurity is fun. If you have interest, you will see. And that only what you need just to do is just to understand the concept, just like mathematics. Understand the formula, you are good to go. So I want to log in. Now, from this page now, we can have many users using this particular platform. Each of you will have your own login details. That's the area I want to explain to you now. What I'm trying to say, let's say now we have 4 or 5 people using this. Let's say we have 4 or 5 people using the same system for our activities in our office. Each of us can have our own login details. How I can use to perform our own activities. That's why I'm logging in now. So by logging in now,
how did you get here?
Okay, how did I get it? That's what I was trying to explain. So now, what I've said earlier on is that there's a particular software that we need to install before we can install this Kali Linux. So that software is called virtual machine. So what the virtual machine? The function is that it helps us to have the details of what we're going to do on a particular application, which is not the one you have on the system of Windows. it houses all what we need to do or work on this Kali Linux. So we call it virtual machine or virtual box. Without that, I cannot install this Kali Linux. So that's where I got here. There's an application that for install on the system that enables me to install this Kali Linux, which it resides itself on this Kali Linux. So now, for me to start, as I've said, I want to click on this blue icon. So what I said earlier on is that everything that I have to do with cybersecurity, these are the things we need. You can see, these are the things we need. For information gathering, these are the tools I'm going to make use of. For vulnerability analysis, these are the things we need to use. For web application analysis, these are the tools we need to use. Database access, these are the tools we need to use. For password attack, you can see, these are the tools we need to use. For wireless attack, these are the tools you need to use. For reverse engineering, these are the tools you need to use. For exploitation tools, these are the tools you need to use. For sniffing and spoofing, these are the tools you need to use. For post exploitation, so aside that, you can also install some other tools to this application. If somebody is asking a question from the chat box, let me quickly attend to it. So you want to say, can Linux run without Oracle Virtual Boss? No. I said Virtual Boss is the base for virtual Linux. That's what I mean, Mr. Sammy. What I'm trying to say is that without Virtual Box, you cannot install Linux. Mr. Sammy, can you get me? Let me type it there. Without somebody is asking a question at the chat box. Without Virtual Box, sorry, I'm asking to, you can't install. So without Virtual Box, you cannot install Kali Linux because that's the place that is one that stands as a base for you to install Kali Linux. So as I've said, apart from all what you have here, you can still install some additional software to this place if you are in need of it to use here. So quickly, I want us to go into what I have, as I've said. So information gathering. So but gathering information, these are the tools we can use to gather our information. So today I want to make use of ZenMap. I want to quickly put in the IP address I got from this guy. What is the IP address? Let me quickly check it. Someone is asking a question. You can install both Linux and Windows. No, yeah, you can once you partition your system, you can have Linux separately, you can have Windows separately. But on a window, if you want to install Linux on your window, you need virtual box. That's what I'm trying to say. You want to install Linux on your window, you have to first install virtual box. Mr. Sammy, I hope you have gotten what I've said. So let me quickly go into this 192. Please, can you all see my screen now? Can you all see my screen? Oh,
Yes, we are.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
I see
you can
it.
see it.
now let's look at something now. See, from my end there, I'm extracting some information from our system. Even they are not on the same server, but by taking a permission, I'm extracting some information from here. I will explain everything into now. So what is the function of these tools? That's what I want to explain. So we are talking about N mapping. What does N mapping do? Does our system. So now N mapping normally use it to do. Normally use N mapping to check open ports. What do I call it now? Open ports. Now, if I want to hack a system now, the first thing I will look in for the open port, the port that are accessible, the port that are free, that she is not using. From there, I will penetrate with initial tools now. So some vital information that she has on her server, on her system, I can retrieve it. Please, I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say here.
But don't retrieve anyone. No.
I'm not an unethical hacker. I'm just telling you now. I'm explaining. I'm using it, so I'm not. I'm not explaining. I say that's why I took a permission. I'm not. Even if you don't tell me to use it, as I'm cutting this thing, I can use it without even yourself knowing. I'm just here to
Please do
explain.
it so that we learn. You just do it so that we learn.
Don't worry, when you get to if you are ready to get to the class, I will give you some.
Please don't do it. Oh. No, don't.
So let me explain what you have here.
Just explain, but no, because
I understand. I'm just explaining. So I just want to explain what it does, then how to do it. So now, as I've said, what is N mapping? N mapping is N mapping stands for what? Network mapper. Hope you are getting me. This is an open source network scanning tool used primarily for network discovery and security audits. So what do you normally use it for? To check for live hosts on the network, open port on the device, to check for open system information, service running on each port, then network vulnerability. So now, based on what I've checked here now, if I want to check any other information from my system now, I can, from this place now, I can go through it. So let me quickly explain line by line what we have here. So let's try from this. So now, NC loaded 157 script for scanning. So now, for my system now, she has almost 157 scripts, which I can check to have access to her system. So now, so from there now, 4 ports are open. Can you see this place now? For my system, 4 ports are open for me. So if I want to hack a system now, there are visibly 4 ports, which I can use additional tools to get these 4 port tools now to have access to our system. So from there, these are the ports which I can guide against 1, 2, and thereabout. Let me scroll down up to this place. So now, up to this place now, you can see now, see this information. I can use other tools to get information via our system onto this place. Down there. So because of our time and this, let's leave that one for now. So now, from this place now, we have different types of scanning we can get into. That is intensive scan. Now let me use another scanner, regular scan. Let me just scan. That will just give us some vital information, not up to this one. And this one is called we call this one GUI. Basically, in cybersecurity world or in programming world, we have two types of interface. We have what we call CLI and GUI. CLI stands for command line interface, and GUI stands for graphical user interface. So now with this one we are working on, this is called graphical user interface. So let me quickly go on to the command line. Now what we've done here, we can also do it via command. So I can also do it via this place. Let me just. Can you all see my screen? So what I've done there now, but this is not our own this one. This is not our own IP address. So these are some of the IP addresses I have on my system. So this is CLI. This interface is called CLI, command line interface. Are you with me? Command line interface. The other one we are working on is GUI, graphical user interface. So what's the difference between the two? This one has to do with what? Only command. But that one, you enter the information to the box and you click on the icons. That one we refer to as what? Graphical user interface. But this one, only what you need just to type the script. Just type the line of code. From there, to give you the information. Let me exit this because of our time. Because we see how, but this one will take a long time. It take a longer time to finish the scanning. What I'm trying to scan now, it take a longer time to scan. But now let me quickly explain. See, you can see it's bringing out some information gradually. This one, yeah, okay, thank you. It has been. Let me use this one to explain. So now, based on this site, now I'm using another site. See that our own site ends with what? 110. So this is another one now. So from this one now, I scan for these two. This one means SV stand for the version and the styling. These two code. Let me explain these two things that you have here. I scan for three things here. These are the three things. These are the three items I scan for. I scan for styling. I scan for version of this OS she has on this particular system. Then I scan for operating system. So now let's check it one after the other. You can see from this place now. Now, from this place now, I have 80 open ports. I have 443. It's telling me from this site now, this person has worked on 443 sites from this. So he has submitted 587. So by and by, you can see these are the information that I've gotten from this site. So if I want to perform additional functions on this site, with all this information, I can proceed. With all this information, I can proceed with it. I hope you can see. So because of time, let me quickly stop this. I want us to do some. Please, when it's 7:40, I'll be entertaining questions. Any question you have, need to ask about this thing. So I want us to work on some practice here also. Now, if I want to exit, this particular interface. Someone is talking. Hello. Hello.
I said some of our the screen is shared now.
That's what I'm saying.
Some of our we can see the screen.
Can't see the screen, but the screen is maybe it's from your side. Okay, because you are using phone.
Yes, you can see.
But the screen is clear now. And you know what happened after the lecture, the video, the recorded version, you can view it on your system or via your big thing. You want to check it from there. You can get access to what you want to get on it.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. I want us to quickly do. So now, let me quickly run through the handout I prepare for us today. So I want us to do some practice before time. I hope you can all see my screen now. I hope you can see the handout. So now,
can see it.
Okay. So I say a comprehensive explanation of the following command used during network scanning and resonances in what? In cybersecurity. So understanding the network scanning commands. These commands are mostly used in Linux and are essential for ethical hacking, testing, and network analysis. So now, if I want to check any IP address via I use this command IP, but on Windows I use IP. Please pay attention. On Windows operating system I use IP config. But if I want to check it via this Linux, I use what IP config. Let me do it and see what I'm saying. I've used IP config. Let me quickly share my screen to see what I'm saying. So I hope you can see my screen now. So I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Hello, are you all see my screen? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can see
Yeah,
it.
okay, see.
So what I'm trying to say is that, so as I've said, if you are running on Windows, you use IP config. If we are running on Kali Linux, you use IP instead of IP. Or they are different interface. You use IP or if config, the short form. Can you get that? IP. So now, if I press enter now. So if I press enter now, you can see this is the information of my own system. Can you see that? That information of my own system. So if anybody wants to do anything with it now, with this information now, I can use additional tools now to get the information on my system. Are you with me? So now, I also want to do something on this place. Okay, I have all the listening here now. I've explained this one to you. I want us to run on some of the cases I have on my some of the tools I have on this because of our time. Just want to scroll it down while I will explain it one after the other. See, I want to scan a particular site. I want to get the information of the owner of that site, the phone number, the email. I want to do that now. Then we could do that because of our time. Okay. Yeah. So I want to check who is first. Okay. So now, normally you use who is for. I'm using who is to check all the other information I have on my system. So from there, let me use I'm just using that most of the things I've done on my system for us to quickly use of our time. Let me use this Nmap. Use this Nmap. Nmap. Okay, Nmap aggressive. Let me use aggressive. One 168. I hope you can all see my screen as I'm doing it. .1. Okay. So now, I want to get what I want to get from this particular design. I'm using aggressive scanning. What does that aggressive scanning does? It gives the OS detection. OS is what? Operating system. Then version detection, script scanning, and transrouting. So let me just give you 1 or 2 minutes now. You see, bring out some information that has to do with that site. So I hope you can see my screen now. So now, from here now, with what I've checked now, this is version detection of the address, then RTT. From here now, I still want to check some other information that has to do with this. But if I try this one will take longer time to finish. Let me just find a means of checking the one that will quickly. Hello. Hello. Hello.
And the Telegram
Please,
medium.
mute your mic. Mute your mic.
Convert it in dollar.
So when come the bagari then around.
Hello, please mute your mic. Please mute your mic, please.
You know mute your mic.
Please mute your mic. Who is that?
Oga Chinedu, mute your mic, please.
Okay. So I'm checking. And map /s v /e /80 192.168.1.10. So now I want to check some information from this place. After that, and I've now explained. I'll quickly explain all what I have in that ebook to you. So I will not send it to you. Then I will ask some questions before you also ask some questions. So when this one is loading up, based on what I've quickly explained on this crash course, can somebody explain what you understand by end mapping? Let's start from there. End mapping. Anybody?
I think Nmap I think from what you said, though, is a scanning tool for finding open ports, right?
Yeah. That's what I need. That's exactly. So now, can somebody explain this difference between Kali Linux and Windows operating system? Windows operating system. Yeah. What are the
I
differences
think,
between them?
well, from my own understanding, I think Windows is basically was made by Microsoft, while Kali is made by Linux.
Yes. But what are there are some differences between them? I said it by the time I start this class.
Is it the GUI and the CLI?
No, that is platform. They are using it. I'm talking about the mode of
Okay.
operation. Mode of operation.
Okay, one is it the virtual and the one is virtual, one is on the system.
No. I'm talking about mode of operation. Anybody? I said Windows. I normally use Windows for some purpose. I normally use Linux for some purpose. Let me go for time. Linux basically used for networking and cybersecurity field. You cannot use what to type. You cannot use to send. You cannot use to print. You can only use Windows to print. But we are talking about to do with kind of information. We use Kali Linux.
Okay.
Now, can you see it now? I've gotten some information from what I've sent here now. Now, see the information I've gotten. I want us to quickly look into it. Opening port. This is a server, which I try to get this information out of it. So if I want to gather another information from this place one by one now, I'll use some tools from this Kali Linux to extract and to decode or dictate some information that I needed from this site. How to God get me? So at the end now, I've gotten 3 addresses, IP addresses here, with 3 hosting. So I've gotten 3 IP addresses, which I can navigate to it one after the other. From this place, you can see 3 address open, 3 hosting open. So from this place now, I can work on these 3. If I want to get any information from that opening port that I've already worked on. So at this point in time, I want us to see. We have over 100 commands that we can make use of on this place. Just because of our time, because as I've said, it's a crash this thing. I want to quickly clear my screen again. Okay, I've cleared. So in Windows, if you want to clear screen, we use CLS. But in Linux, we use clear. By using clear, that means you are clearing all the information you have, which you have not saved. You can save this, what I've done so far, somewhere else for further investigation or further processing. But yeah, I just clear it because we are using it for practice. We can get the videos after the class. So now, I'm here to entertain some questions. Before that, I want to shed more light on the handouts. Let me put into the handout. I will explain it. This part of what I've done now, I'll just quickly explain it. The way it works then. If you have it on your own, you can work on it. So I want to stop sharing this screen now and to the handout. Okay, before that, somebody is asking a question. Yeah.
Yeah, please. Hello, sir.
I'm with you.
Yeah, this is cybersecurity different from cloud engineering. Cloud engineering.
Okay, thank you. You see, we're talking about information security. Cybersecurity get across all. You can choose a pattern. You can choose a course not away from this. Cybersecurity has to get across to all. Now we're talking about cloud engineering. That means you are only dealing with all the information you have on the cloud. On the cloud, it's part of cyber security, or let me say information security. Cyber security is also under information security, but cyber security get across all. But now we're talking about cloud engineering. That means you are dealing with all information you have on cloud, like AZUR, Azure. Okay, the Azure. We have many of them, all these cloud servers. So we only work
AWS.
on yes, AWS. We have many of them. We only work on servers. But with cyber security, you can work on server, you can work on networking, you can work on systems, individual system. So cloud engineering has to do with all the information you have on the server, which is part of cyber security. But as a cyber security officer, we have edge. If you study cyber security officer, we have edge more than the person that study cloud engineering. As a cloud engineer, you can only work on the information you have on the cloud. That's nothing you have to do with networking. That's not to do with infrastructure. All the information that you have on the server, that's only what you are securing. But a cybersecurity specialist or cybersecurity specialist or engineer, you can work on the cloud, you can work on the infrastructure, you can work on the network, you can work on the systems. But if you want to specialize, you cannot specialize on the cloud security. The difference between security and engineering, I get it now. There are between security and engineering. As an engineer, if there's anything that has to do with the problem you have on all the information or data on the cloud, you are meant to do what? To debug, to correct, and to make sure they are up and running each time they are using it. But as a security, you secure the information you have on the cloud. Please, I hope you are get
Yes,
my
sir.
point.
Yes, sir.
It's clear. It's clear.
So somebody also asked a question and said, so you can't even access without the person's permission. Hey, Mr. Ikechuku, you can have access to anybody's system without permission. That one we call unethical hacker or unethical hacking. But now, as I've taken permission from that lady, that is ethical. Because she's not giving permission. But but I can have access to our system without a permission through loophole. But with this, what you are saying now, I can get access to your system without your permission.
Please off your
I
mic.
just need
Nnamdi, please off your mic. He's disturbing us. Nnamdi, off your mic. He's disturbing us.
Please, Mr. Nnamdi,
Sorry.
please off your mic. So somebody asked a question. Windows is better for general consumer, gamer, and office environment. Yes. For Linux, it's mainly meant for servers and networking, yes, and cybersecurity experts. I hope you yourself you have answered the question, Mr. Sammy. So I'm open for a question. So now, if you have any other question to ask, I'm free to ask.
I have a question. I have a question.
I'm with you.
Can I ask my question? Okay, so the question I have is, thank you for your presentation. Oh, can you hear me?
I'm with you. I can hear you.
Okay, so thank you for your presentation. What we'll be discussing since is purely ethical hacking, so offensive and security. During the program, are we going to be doing defensive, like sometimes like using tools, like some tools that you use to, check if an attack occurred. Example like maybe Splunk tool, some tools that the SOC guys use to prevent a security or whatever security attack. Are we going to do that training? It's not a training.
For the training, we are using both offensive and defensive. Both.
Okay, so you are going to teach us how to use some of these defensive tools. Is it going to be part of? Okay.
Yes, I'm going to talk on the ethical hacking now. We're going to work on the both offensive and defensive aspects. Now, as I've said, when I was giving an introduction, I said for you to secure, you yourself must be able to do what? For you to secure, you must be able to do what? To defend. Because you are defending.
I understand. I also want to be sure before I make payment. I want to be sure that in the defensive part, are they going to teach us how to use some defensive tools like Splunk?
No problem.
In this training?
What I'm saying now.
Okay. I just want to be sure. I want to be sure. Okay.
Any other question?
Yes, I have a question.
Somebody asked a question. I said, okay.
I want to ask, we have black hackers and white hackers.
Okay.
Does it mean that for one to have unauthorized access to one's system, the person must have the system's IP address? Is it the only IP address that can give one either authorized or unauthorized access to a system?
No. Not only IP address. We have a lot of ways to have access to someone's system. You can have access to someone's system via email. That we call phishing. Once I have access to your email, once I send me to you now, and you click on that link, from there, undergroundly, I can use backdoor to have access to your system. It's not only the IP address. Even also I can send a message to you via your phone number. If you just click on that link, from there I can have access to your email, to your phone number, and the likes. Without you knowing. I hope I made myself clear.
Yeah, sure.
Any other question?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
This program, you said it will last us for 3 months. So within these 3 months, will we be able to get the whole information we need? And after the 3 months, can we work with what we learned from you guys?
Yes. But now let me explain how the programs work. Basically, the class, let me quickly show you some of these things we have. And the on class, we have those that are already on class now. What I'm trying to say now, in cybersecurity, we have different fields which you can picture after these 3 months. Now, just like you are at a secondary school, you get to secondary school from GS1 to GS3, you'll be taught general courses. And when you get to SS1 to SS3, you will not specialize. Either you want to be in science, want to be in commercial, want to be in art. Depending on what, on your capability, depending on what you know best. So that's how it is. So for these 3 months, we're going to teach you the basics of all what you need to know on cybersecurity. So after that 3 months, if you don't want to specialize based on capability, based on your strength, you cannot say, okay, you want to move on to the other ethical hacking, penetration testing, network defense essential, or forensic defense essential. So we have many of them. So before we close, let me quickly check I want to share my this to you, my own certification for you to see. Please, just 1 minute. I want to quickly share. I want to show you my. Let me share. So what I say now, let me share more light to it from this place. I hope you can see my screen. Hey, sorry, I want to share something.
You cannot see the
Look,
screen now.
I'm about to open it now. Okay, can you see it now? Can you see my screen now?
It's
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Okay, I want to log into my account. I want to log on to the account of where I've gotten my certifications. You can see all the certifications I have with me there. So maybe this one will explain what is coming up. I hope you can see my screen. I want to log into my account. Oh, sorry. Let me get a minute. I just want to see my certification. So from there, maybe you will understand what you are saying. Sorry, it's the network. I want to quickly see. Okay, continue with this. Oh, I don't know where this is. Let me log in directly to. One minute, please. I just want to log in for you to see. I want to expect something from you from this place. Let me log in. Yeah. Can you all see my screen? Hello?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can
we
see
can.
your
We can.
screen. We can.
So this is the site, EC Council. So I want to show you my certificates that I have from this company, from from this organization. It's a school in United States of America. So from there, to the glory of God, I have 18 certification from this institute. So you can see cybersecurity for small and medium sizes, configure Juniper SRS router. This is under networking. So a practical introduction to cloud computing. Last when I was discussing with you, I said there's a between cloud engineering and cybersecurity on cloud. So this part of what I've done there. Then it's about the dark web, autonomy, and cryptocurrency. This has to do with what? Part of hacking. So Oracle Web Logic Administrator, that's also under networking. Then basically what I want to explain is under this digital forensic essential. Digital forensic essential, and let me show you some. Okay, network defense essential, and see I have many of them segments I've done, and ethical hacking. So now, so with this one now, I have basic knowledge on every area of this cybersecurity, in which I can choose any of them I want to specialize myself on, which I'm still working on. Like this one now, I'm working on it to get the IS certification on it. Now I'm at the intermediate of it. It remain one from this application, just like we have in all these schools, we have beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So from this one, I also need one to be widely known as a certified ethical hacker. So I've finished the second stage, which you can see this application. So what I'm trying to say is that from what we have here, after these 3 months, you can check. Let me show you most of these things we have under cybersecurity. Now, from cybersecurity now, you can see most of the courses we have under it. See, under the cybersecurity, these are the area you can specialize yourself on, which you can choose from. Sorry, let me click on it. But that doesn't mean you cannot work on any other one. But specialization, just like you move from in secondary school, from GS to SS 1 to 3, science, commercial, art. You specialize that you want to be in science, want to be in commercial, want to be in art. So from this place now, you can see under cybersecurity, you can choose any one. Let me just open it for you to view some of them. That's cybersecurity. See, you can satisfy ethical hacker, certify secure computer user. Be looking at it one by one. No? So you can have many of this one now to become specialist on any one of these. You can see. So we have many, depend on your area of specialization on your interests. Hope you are
Okay,
getting me.
Mr. Moses, sorry for cutting you. I think we have really run out of time already. This class is meant to last for 2 hours, and we have already exhausted it because we have another session coming up by 8 p.m. Okay, so I believe most of the questions have been answered. If there are more questions, I think it can also be asked on the group and to be attended to. So, like I said earlier, this session basically was to make us enable us to have an understanding of what is ahead, of what lies ahead. All right. So, of course, could see somebody was asking if a particular question. So, the softwares and the tools required will be provided during the 3 month session. Whatever tools and software that is required of you to be provided by us. And then, likewise, the certification. Like a lot of people are asked questions about certification. After these 3 months, we are going to be issuing a certificate of completion to all the participants. All right. So, like the instructor has mentioned, if you wish to further, you could either also proceed to gaining certifications, just like the instructor has on EC Council. You can also have IBM certification. I think the IBM certification is free. This EC Council certification is free, right, Mr. Moses?
No, it's not free.
It's
You pay
free.
for it.
So these are
Just
certifications. Yeah, so these are certifications that um you can actually get for free before you move on to the paid certifications like that of Cisco,
We have some of them that are free.
CCNA,
Yes, sir.
yeah, and the rest of them. So Google certification is free. IBM Cybersecurity certification is free. EC Council is free. There are a lot of them that you can add to your portfolio to boost your chances in the job market and so on. All right, so we'll be guiding you through all that. So this training basically is going to make you be able to attempt those examinations and ace them appropriately to gain the certification. All right, so if you now wish to specialize in any field, you can proceed to do that on your own. Okay, so that's it for this class. The recorded version will be sent to the group, and also the PDF that was used for today's class will also be sent to the group. So, and as we all know about the prices for the training and the rest other information, they are all in the group. So if you have other questions and inquiries, you can simply ask in the group. Thank you so much for joining. Good night and take care. Mr. Moses, thank you so much for the time.
Okay. You're welcome.
Chinedu should inbox me. Hi, Barbara.